today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is the National Football League. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Panthers out for their first possession and leading the offense in his first season with the team, quarterback Baker Mayfield.
And if there's a quarterback in the NFL who didn't need any extra motivation, it was certainly Baker Mayfield, because this young man already has a permanent chip on his shoulder to prove the doubters wrong. Being replaced and then traded from Cleveland, the team who took him #1 overall, it only added considerable fuel to his fire. Now in Carolina, his entire focus is proving that he can be an elite QB and silencing all the noise.
Baker going to throw this right away. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 29, Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well,
that's not one you see very often on Aaron Darnold, because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional, but that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. The 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
2 Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 31 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Now Mayfield. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his 2nd season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career. Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, you just call him a Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Stafford trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Mayfield gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Laviska Shenault, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was the touchdown catch from Laviska Shenault that capped it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Stafford. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Ben, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Matthew Stafford going to lead the Super Bowl champs back onto the field. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. We'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd and 9. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, it's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Mayfield on first down. That is caught by Anderson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Dancing to his left. Open man is Anderson. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Mayfield to throw it. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
As he gets the first down, let's take a look at what Cooper Kupp did last season, because it was one of the greatest years for a receiver in NFL history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, both second most in a season all time. Truly an MVP caliber performance for the Super Bowl champs, and he capped it off in the Super Bowl himself as the MVP.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball, I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Stafford. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Great defense there on third and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Fourth down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gay's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Darnold, the one who made the play there.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. And Thomas has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers to about the 40-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown. Van Jefferson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is Shenault on the receiving end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
First down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second down at 5. Now it's Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's got some space here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right? Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Baker. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.